All right, this video is for Geometry NTI Days 40 and 41. You're doing the same thing on these two NTI days, and you're just kind of working backwards from what you did on 38 and 39. So we're going to continue to use the formula for area of a circle, pi r squared, and continue to use the formulas for circumference. So either 2 pi r or pi times the diameter. And I'm just going to make up 4 different ones. So you have those 4 there on your paper. And I just want you to be able to see me working out 4 different ones so that you'll have 8 total examples to go back and look at. So the first one that we're going to do, let's say, okay, we're going to find the radius. So find r of a circle with an area of, let's do 196 pi inches squared. So the inches squared don't really matter. It's just your units on there. So I'm looking at this 196 pi. So, which is my area. So I know I'm going to use the area formula. And because I know the area, I'm going to put that in for A. So 196 pi is equal to my formula, pi r squared. So on your paper, you can see that the next thing that I did was go ahead and divide by pi, but I'm just going to show you some shortcuts here, which is just cross it out because it's on both sides, so I know it's going to cancel out. So I have 196 is equal to my radius squared, and then I need to take the square root of that to make the square on the r go away, just like we did with the Pythagorean theorem. So I can't leave the r squared, I just have to have r. So undo it by taking the square root, and the square root of 196 would be 14. So I get 14 equals r. R is radius. The question said find r, so 14. That's my answer. All right, the next one we're going to do, let's find the diameter, which is all the way through the circle, through the center. And let's say we know the area is, let's do 225 pi, whatever, yards squared or whatever we have. So my area is 225 pi, and I get to put that into my formula, my area formula, because that's what it gives me. 225 pi is equal to the formula pi r squared. And then we could divide by pi, but it's going to cancel out anyway, so I'm just going to mark it out. 225 is equal to r squared. Have to get rid of the square, so I'm going to take the square root. And the square root of 225 is 15. So 15 equals r. R is my radius. It's asking for the diameter. So the diameter is just the radius doubled. So I'll double 15. 15 times 2, 30 gives me my diameter. All right, next two that I'm going to do here match the 2 examples that are there. I'm just choosing different numbers. And this time we're going to work with circumference. So we're going to find the radius of a circle with a circumference of, 32 feet or whatever. So, 32 pi feet. So this time I know circumference, I want radius. I'm going to use this formula for circumference that has the radius. So I know the circumference is 32 pi is equal to the formula 2 pi r. So since both sides have the pi, they're going to eventually cancel out. That's going to leave me with 32 is equal to 2 r. To get r by itself, I need to divide by 2. 32 divided by 2, I get 16. So my radius would be 16 feet. All right, and then the last one here, This time we're going to find the diameter of a circle with a circumference of 60 inches. Oh, I keep leaving that off. 60 pi. It does need, or it doesn't have to have the pi there, but all the examples that I've given you do have pi because we have left that in our answers on all of these. Remember, if I wanted to have a different number, I would have to go ahead and multiply the 60 times the pi, which will still work. We can still do it that way. And I'll show you that here at the end for this one. So we have circumference, need to find diameter. I'm looking for the formula that includes that, circumference and diameter. So that's the one that I'm going to use right here. My circumference is 60 pi is equal to pi times diameter. And they both have pi, so I can cancel that out. And it already tells me there 60 is my diameter. Okay. Now, what I was talking about with the pi is I'm going to go ahead and multiply that out. 60 times pi. And my number is going to be rounded just a little bit. So, and especially depending on how many units of pi that you're using, but I just said 3.14. So 60 times 3.14 is 188.4. All right, so that is my circumference now. And I'm going to do the same thing in this formula. So 188.4 equals pi times the diameter. But this time, I don't have, that doesn't really look like an equal sign. This time, I don't have pi to just cross out. So I do need to go ahead and divide by pi. And I'm going to do 3.14. So 188.4, if you want to type it in with me, you can. Divided by 3.14 is going to still give me 60. So either way I do it, I'm still going to get the same answer.